delegation flags off the National MSME Clinic in Gombe State on Tuesday, 30th March 2021. So that's tomorrow. Again, whenever these things come up, I always want to go for the stats. So I don't have Gombe State's unemployment figures in front of me, but I've been trying to pick up unemployment figures for each state. It's I think Gombe State has a working population of 2.5 or 2.6 million, with a combined unemployment of probably about 55% or so. So, again, all these clinics that they keep flagging up for MSMEs, I'm bringing up the gold situation because they need loans, right? They need capital at hand to be able to get things moving. So I don't know why you need the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy and the Vice President of Nigeria. I don't know why you need the two of them to flag off an MSME clinic. I mean, anybody can flag off an MSME clinic. You and I can go to Gombe State, flag off an MSME clinic. So I don't know, elections.
But is it, well, apart from that, Rotus, do you think it's also because it is MSMEs, business is one of the biggest wins or big wins of this administration, and so they are...
Big wins how?
In terms of, that's one thing that's working for them, well, that the VP is very passionate about, so he'll be there, in person to launch this brilliant...
Yeah, but when you say... Brilliant initiative. Ayo, are you APC?
We have to celebrate. We have to celebrate the big wins, please.
Which big win? Bigger win? How?
The big and small wins.
Making me laugh this morning. I found the Gombe State. Okay, yeah, Gombe State 1.9. I said 2.5. That was wrong. Gombe State has a 1.9 million working population. Unemployment is 31.2%. Underemployment is 34.9%. Combined 66.2%. So almost out of 10 people, almost 7 out of every 10 people you meet in Gombe State is either unemployed or underemployed. So I don't know about big wins. Big wins is when you get every single metric, economic metric for this country under this administration since 2015 has not been healthy. Unemployment is up, inflation is up, GDP is stagnating. I mean, the only thing doing well is telecommunications and tech. This day newspaper had a cover story saying tech is the new oil. They profile some technology folks in Nigeria. That's why I say I can do Tech Friday, Monday through Friday, because that's
you're saying. So Rose, and I think actually we'll probably have to have more than one day, because like you mentioned, tech is doing very well in terms of business. But talking about telecommunications, I just had to point this headline, which we're going to take during Freshly Pressed, which is that because of the NIN, the National Identity Number, telcos are said to have lost 11.8 million subscribers in 4 months. So even with the sector that's working, there are certain barriers that is hampering their business. So
and what happened is they should have allowed the telcos to run this NIN from the beginning. Yeah, instead of trying to get people to go to centers clustered together with COVID. I hear COVID fatalities are down like 80% or so in Nigeria. Something like that.
Oh, we had about 8 yesterday.
Yeah, the numbers are, I think if you go year on year compared to when things were flaring up last year,
in Nigeria.
In Nigeria, I saw it in the news somewhere. The numbers are improving, but it's not the same around the world. I think if you look at Kenya, for instance, on Friday, Uhuru Kenyatta just announced a new lockdown, saying that Kenya is in a third wave. So, it was an own goal to tell people to go and cluster at centers to go and do the NIN, and then of course you USSD fees, the new fees for USSD. Look, by and large, again, the telco sector, I guess banking sectors, you can see those as the 1 or 2 sectors that are doing well enough. You look around everywhere else, people don't have jobs. That is single most important metric. Are you putting people to work and getting them productive. That's what the administration needs to be looking at.
All right, let's take some comments. Benga Kamu says, a family friend's mother spent 4 years before retrieving her certificate of occupancy she deposited to collect a loan after paying with a first generation bank. So imagine how many people would be willing to give up their jewelry to definitely. All right, Goke from UK says, wow, Gombe State, I need to go through the 36 states of Nigeria. I almost forgot a Gombe State still exists as a state. I think this goes back to the conversation around, I think you've talked about it. Should we merge states? Are there some states that are not viable? All right, let's move. We have a few more comments. Ogenel Chuko says, nice one from Abuja. It seems like someone is putting his thinking cap to address the unemployment situation in the country and social vices in the north. So that's another perspective, Rotus.
And
then D from Alausa says, Rotus, it speaks good volumes for the VP to support and be physically present for small business. He should be commended. He shows support for the poor and upcoming. You see, at least, you see what I mean? It's
okay, no problem.
Yinka says, once you hear any political office holder use the phrase "will soon," just know it's another cruise and nothing will happen. Not like it will ever happen, but I'm trying to imagine approaching a bank in one of the first generation banks with my mom's jewelry to ask for loan and what their response will be. When it's not my kidney, maybe BOI or CBN will loan us. And then on that COVID numbers, trust me, the moment UK and US declare third wave, our NCDC will declare third wave. Someone, the distrust is unreal. Kenneth from Aja says, I don't understand Ayo this morning, no. I agree with Rotus on the celebration of big wins. So far, this administration has not had a win, nor is it a big win on the subject matter. All right.
Okay. What else is good? Look, there's a serious situation going on in Mozambique. There's been insurgency that's been happening since October 2017. It has now caused a halt in Total, oil and gas company Total's massive $20 billion liquefied natural gas project in Mozambique. I think the thing is, they halted plans to continue construction of that field in northern, I think it's where is it now? Cabo Delgado, so the northern province of Mozambique that borders Tanzania. In January, they halted construction, saying that they needed more security. The Mozambique government said they put a 25-kilometer perimeter around the area. Wednesday, they said that, okay, we'll resume. 24 hours after they said they will resume, militants attacked I think it was called Palmyra, a city in that area. 7 people, they say, are dead. People, holed up in a hotel. So, Mozambique is still going through a lot of things. And, you think about what that means for affecting investments coming to that region. Think about what's happening with the insurgency in northern Nigeria and whether or not there's been any investments going into that area. So it's quite troubling. And while on the subject of oil and gas, I believe that there is a virtual flag off. That's another one going on today involving President Buhari is going to speak at the Decade of Gas, a hybrid event organized by the Ministry of Petroleum Resources and sponsored by the Nigeria LNG. And that's going to happen, I believe, 10 a.m. this morning. It's a virtual event. Mele Kiari, Group Managing Director of NNPC, he's going to be, I think, speaking at that event as well. So that's happening later this morning. So I think Nigeria has its own gas plans. I guess
that's good. So could that be classed as a win? Can I say it's a win?
No, but he's not doing anything. He's just speaking at a gas. All
right. So this is before we go. I want to take Ugo's comment. By the way, Benga Akamu says that he'd rather sell the gold and keep the money than use it as collateral. So from Surulere says the VP has to be seen to be busy. What's happening with trader money? What's going on with trader money?
Good question. Very good question.
Today we have the answer.
I don't have the answer because they didn't give us the stats on how many people. They didn't give us the stats on how many people paid them back. They didn't give us the stats on what the productive outcome was of those loans. That trader money thing, I'm sorry.
I think our legislature needs to do a bit more work. We need to see more accountability. We need to see more questions. We need to see, when you go on a project like this and it's with such fanfare, you launch it with such fanfare, we should see results and reports. It should be somewhere on the website. But there we go. Thank you so much, Rotus. As always, great conversation with you. And, in terms of analysis, business analysis, thanks very much. You can find Rotus at Rotan Quote on Twitter. So you can find out, ask questions ahead of the show. And you can also follow us, of course, at Smooth 981 FM. Use the hashtag Business Express 981. In a few minutes, we'll be discussing, we'll be talking about a deal, an offer for you, and you might want to tune in for that.